Hi, Miranda here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Yes, it has been a very long time since I have filmed a video. And what you might notice if you've been here before is that all of my old videos are no longer here. It's 2024. I wanted to try something new angle of filming, new way of filming. So please bear with me, give me a little grace as this is brand new for me. But I wanted to jump on here and film this video because, as you can see, there are two bags here, but one of these bags will be gone by the end of the week. The other one is staying. Why, might you ask? Well, stick around and listen to the story, and we'll talk about why I have two bags here. I'll do a little bit of a comparison of what fits, what doesn't fit, and why I decided to keep the one that I did. Summer, beginning of fall of 2020, I finished my MBA. I always told myself if I ever got my MBA, I was going to get a brand new Chanel bag. And so, as we all know what was going on in 2020, things were a little different. Things were closed, or you had to have an appointment to go to Chanel or any of the luxury places. But I made my way to California. I wanted to buy it in Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive. Made an appointment. And she had two bags for me because my intention originally was to get a mini rectangular. That is what I had budgeted for. I wasn't going to sway from my budget. And so I get there. She has this cute little purple mini rectangular, which was really great. Purple is one of my favorite colors. But what she also brought out was a small white classic flap. Even though it is half of the price that they are now with the newest price increase, it was still way more than I had budgeted for. So, but I love white bags. If anyone knows me, they know that I love white bags. So I went back and forth in the store. I was sweating, it was crazy. And finally I was just like, screw it, YOLO, right? So I purchased the white classic flap. It was a small size. Well, what I normally do when I buy a new luxury bag is I do not mess with it overnight for about 24 hours. I leave it in the bag, I leave it in the box, don't even touch it. And if I feel good the next morning about the purchase, then I move forward. Well, what happened is that I left it there, and in the morning, I really didn't even sleep that night. I just didn't feel good about spending that much money on a bag. I've never spent, it was like $5,800 on a bag before. It was making me sweat. So I texted my sales associate, told her I'm going to return that one and get the mini. She said, fine, it was all good, did that, all that. But the small white classic flap was the one that got away. I could not stop thinking about it. But as we know, back then it was so hard to get a hold of bags, period. Not with just Chanel, with any luxury fashion house. So fast forward, I think it was a year. I can't remember. All of these months and years are all blending together, but I think it was like a year or so. I ended up buying a black medium classic flap because that's what everybody in all these purse forums say. You have to get a black classic flap. It's a staple, blah, 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 blah. Well, it wasn't for me. It wasn't my jam at that time. Maybe in the future I'll add one, but I bought it and I ended up selling it. All I really wanted was a white classic flap. So this one became available here at my local Chanel boutique. And so, as I said, back then it was really hard to get any type of handbag. So instant gratification, went ahead and bought this medium classic flap. Beautiful. But I still went back and forth with wanting the small white classic flap. And so fast forward 2024, this is now almost 4 years later, I was just like, I'm never going to stop thinking about it. This is like the bag that got away. So I went on Fashion File and just started looking and started following some bags and was just hoping that I got to a point where one that was in excellent condition, would get a really, really good discount. So I went ahead and put some in my list. And in the meantime, I went and took this one to Fashion File to get a quote on it, just to see how much it was worth. And then, with the 10% extra that they give if you buy something from them. I know there's all this talk about Fashion File lowballs and yada, yada, yada. But for me, they actually offered me the most money out of all of the different resellers that I went to. And it's just so much easier. And then it really is worth it most times if you are purchasing something from Fashion File. So I got my quote, had a couple I was following. One came up on 20% discount. So there's a Fashion File selling store or a whole boutique, I don't know, here where I live. So I went to that storefront and ordered it through them. So they ordered it, it came, but the condition just wasn't up to par. It was definitely newer, but this one is in such pristine condition that I was like, I can't go any, if it's going to be newer, it has to be equal or better than what I already have, because I take really good care of this bag and I don't baby it. I actually use this bag a lot. So another one came up like the next day that was 20% off. And so at this point, with it being 20% off and being with what they offer me plus the 10%, it was pretty much an even trade. I just have to pay a little bit of taxes. So I ordered the other one and was like, wonder what it's going to look like. It comes in, it's excellent condition, pretty much the same condition as my medium. And so I was like, sold. But what I did was brought it home, wanted to compare, wanted to put my things in it, just made sure that I was still vibing with the small size as opposed to the medium size. And sure enough, I did. I loved it. Showed my husband. He agreed it looks a lot better with my frame. I'm 5 foot, very petite, very short, very little. So he didn't have any heartburn about it. I started feeling good about it. So now we're at a point where I have to take this one to Fashion File so that they can deposit money into my account. I've already cut the tag off of this one over here, and I actually have used it already. So it's staying. So I just kind of wanted to do a little comparison between the two, so you can see what fits in one and how much fits in the other one. I have a couple of SLGs, some makeup, just the things that I would carry. I know sometimes people put all these different things in there, but I wanted to just show how I carry things and do a comparison like that. So we will start with the medium classic flap. So as you can tell, it is in pristine condition, like no edge wear, no color transfer, just beautiful. I still have the tag and this little authenticity card. And I think that I currently have some stuff here. So let me see. Yes, so in here I have a hair tie, some lip gloss, and some cream. All right, so this is actually the wallet I've been using for the past couple weeks. This is the Chanel O case, I think. I carry cards and cash in there. I also always carry one of these things to hang your purse when you're at a restaurant. I know that some places, even at the bars, oops, a little closer, even at the bars have the hooks, but sometimes those hooks are kind of close to the wood from the bar, and so you can get some damage on your bag. So I personally rather just have my own and then have it close near me. So I keep that in here. So we'll look and see what things look like in the medium. So have that. Another thing that I usually carry is some hand sanitizer. compact. My AirPods. And lip gloss and lotion. And I also carry my phone, but I'm currently filming on my phone. I thought I had my case here, but I don't. Pretend like this is my phone. And we'll stick it in there. So as you can tell, in the medium classic flap, there's quite a bit of space. Oh yeah, and my 6-ring key holder. I don't always have my keys with me, it just depends. But everything fits in there. Oh, yeah, and a hair tie. So there we go. Nothing's bulging out. Oops, nothing's bulging out. So, I really thought I had my phone case here. Okay, so now we're going to put all of these same items in the small. So, pristine condition, just like the one I have. You can tell that this one is like a snow white and this is more of a soft white. I don't know if you can tell here. I personally love the snow white. All right, so this one does have this little plate here, but I don't mind. It doesn't get in the way. I had another bag that had it and it's fine. So we're going to move everything over into this bag. Now, normally I wouldn't carry this in here. I'd probably carry a more compact card case holder. So actually, guess what, guys? I found my phone. So let's just, or not my phone, but my phone case. So let's put this back in here so you can see what it looks like with my actual phone case. So still oops, this is really hard. So still plenty of room here. So let's see what it looks like in the small. If I used that one. Again, I don't always have my key holder, so it's not super realistic. I do always have my phone though. I think we all do, right? And yes, it's definitely not as much space. But it still fits pretty well. Hair tie, AirPods, lippy. Again, I probably wouldn't have the O case, but as you can tell, everything fits here. So let's take the O case out and use a smaller, more compact. And I don't, oops, well, I don't always, no, I usually have my AirPods there. So taking that O case out, things do fit a little better. I think the only difference is with this one, I it's better to not use the O case and to use a more compact card case or card holder. And in the medium, I can use the O case, and then I can probably put my shades on top or carry something else. But honestly, I don't carry as much as I used to. This is just fine for me. So yeah, I am super happy about this purchase. It came with the box, a dust bag, and everything. And ironically, the little booklet that it comes with had the person who purchased it, had her name on there. So I sent her a friend request on Facebook and Instagram. I just think it's pretty cool. She hasn't responded to my friend request yet, but maybe one of these days she will, and I'll give you guys an update. Yeah, so that is it. I know this is a lot of words and a lot of talking and just kind of trying to orchestrate this angle, but I do thank you for sharing this moment with me. Again, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about the small versus the medium. And until next time, bye.